Greetings everybody, Wolfie here. As you can see, we're on the road again. We weren't entirely planning to be on the road, but here we go. We're kind of doing a hurry trip. And because this is one of those weird points where anything we can gain, however we can gain it, I guess, will help. So, at any rate, to see what we are up to, stay tuned. We'll let you know when we get there. There you go. Well, good morning everybody. After a long non-stop drive, 965 miles, we are at Mr. Wizard's shop. We will walk out and show you what's going on. Wizard is really busy today, so we're not, he gave us permission to film in here, but we are going to let him work. So as you can see, his shop is full. That's Hoovie's Bentley that has been the bane of everybody's existence here. Sure people have seen that car, the Pontiac. Another one of Wizard's videos was over this gold Mercedes here, and that one I guess is ready to go to its owner, all fixed up. The girl that's going to get to drive that is very lucky, because that's a gorgeous car.
No, that's a gorgeous
and
car.
I think this is a Ferrari that was mentioned in one of the videos, over a check engine light, I think. And this is Hoovie's his Woody Ford. This is one, if you dig around for his videos, they actually showed this thing running with one of the heads off, and that was really cool.
Yeah, I never knew that I could do that.
This is Mrs. Wizard's Discovery that they, I guess, are working on the turbo. And I think this is, I'm not sure who this one belongs to. Here's the Cadillac that's still for sale. Another one of Hoovie's projects that stays underneath. We won't touch anything here out of respect for other people's stuff. That's the motor. They're supposed to go inside this. So if you want to look at that, look up Mr. Wizard's and Tyler Hoovie's stuff. Yeah. So this is the boat that he's got a whole section just boat videos. The big yacht that he's restoring. Then we have the Fox body that was just featured on one of his most recent videos. And finally, Hoovie's conversion van that he just bought and was actually what ended up landing us down here in the first place. So without further ado, we'll go step outside and we will show you what brought us down here. Okay, so we will be right back. Welcome back everybody. We had to do a quick pause so we could go and take care of business, but at any rate, what brought us down to Mr. Wizard's shop is we have picked up this red beauty, the 1993 Cadillac Allante with the infamous 32 valve Northstar and the Pininfarina styling. And basically this ended up being the cheapest Cadillac Allante for sale in the US. As after we agreed to get it, I decided to do a hunt for money for us to compare what we paid. And the next cheapest one was over $2,000 more than what we gave for this car. So yeah, I always thought this was absolutely great. Little issues, but they were. If you go back to Mr. Wizard's fire sale video, he pointed these out. I think we can get these scratches out with a little bit of TLC from their dog, but that's all right.
Maybe I should ask you some poetry on lunch.
One little thing here, I'll have to kind of see what can be said about this, is this does stick out. We'll see if that can't be adjusted in, because that really shouldn't. It does have the oil pan leak that all Northstars do, so that is what it is. This has Flowmaster exhaust, small little dent here that again they pointed out on the fire sale video. Has this cream beige interior. It's in mostly good shape. A couple little spots we'll give some TLC to once we get it home. And yeah, they're still detailing over here, so we're going to let them finish that up. And we'll pop the hood again for the second time since we got here, because I'm a scatterbrain. I don't even know it. Yeah, right out there. Yep. So there you are. the engine that is famous for disposing of its heads.
Yep.
So basically what happens to these is they basically strip out their head bolts and blow the head gaskets. And it's a major production to fix them. So right now it works. We're going to leave it alone. This car is not going to see a lot of miles per year, so we will
he was mentioning this was for
so
sale
we'll
on
let it
video. I was at my computer
do its thing.
watching a video.
So
And I was
right,
playing a game and I hear
moving on from this, we'll be getting the car home, and that will be its own little adventure. Will it make it 147,000 miles on a glass engine? And it's original engine, original heads, and we will see if it makes it. So more on that as we head this car home in the morning. Greetings everybody, here we are back at our hotel after driving all the way down here to the Wizard shop to pick up the cheapest Cadillac Allante in the for sale in the US. And it did not take long for us to break it. Fortunately, I wanted to try to pull the top down so we could run around this afternoon with it in convertible mode, because this is the first convertible vehicle that I've had since, well, college. And somehow there was something that just don't know what yet that just did not want to allow us to put it down. And then while we were working on it, the hard tonneau cover decided it was going to not unlatch itself. So we gave up, got everything to button back up, and then we're going to look at that when we get home. So we'll put that one on the list of things to do. Car Wizard, he to his credit, he offered to take some off the price of the car when that acted up. We told him no. That's, you know, we knew what we were getting into when we bought the car. So, you know, that's not anything that was on him. It just chose right then and there after we right after we bought it to come up with a new issue. I mean, it is a 30-year-old car after all. So we'll get that sorted out then before we'll get it home, after we get it home. At any rate, tomorrow morning we will begin the trek back towards Ohio. It'll be a long drive. We have decided that this is a job that we will try to pull off in one day. It just allows us to get home and give us a little time to go through the process of getting stuff registered. So, at any rate, we start that trip in the morning, and we will see you then. Good morning, everybody. Wolfie here. As you can see, it is still before sunup. We have begun our trek home. 965 miles-ish. We're about 6.5 miles into it right now as we left. And basically, we're looking at doing the entire drive home today. So with that, we're going to keep cruising. The question becomes, does the old Caddy with the glass engine make it? Got her filled up full of gas. It's supposed to be a warmish day today. And we'll give you updates as we cruise on down the road and see how this car performs on its long trek home. And we will talk at you down the road. Everybody, back briefly here. I figure I'd give a little tour of the dashboard while it's dark here. So this is what I'm looking at right now, tack on the left. Speedometer on the right does the digital indication plus the analog looking deal. Off over here are the cursuory odometer, tripodometer, and the 3 gauges that I'm watching very closely. Primary oil and especially coolant, because again this car is infamy for this engine's infamy for shedding its heads. So we've got that going on, and of course here's the center stack with all the goodies. You know, the radio, the trip computer, climate control, all that good stuff. So this is what this is how neat they look on the inside. So we have to apologize for the wind. That gap is between the front and back door, or front and back window. Something that will get fixed, I hope, eventually. At any rate, we continue to cruise on down the road, and we'll talk at you later. Good morning, everybody. A little update. As you see, the sun is starting to come up. We are nearing Kansas City. I think it was, the last sign I saw was about 30-ish miles So far, so good. The bricks are where they need to be, and doing surprisingly good on fuel economy given the speeds that we're running, but I won't complain. So far, everything is running good. Use our first quarter of a tank. Everything, we are absolutely running solidly so far. So, at any rate, we will get on down the road and we'll give you an update once we get outside of the Kansas, once we get inside the Missouri thing. Catch you later. Well, everybody, Wolfie here. As you can see, the sun is in a very, very terrible place. I apologize. And we are now east of Kansas City. We're definitely into Missouri, about 40 miles in. We're going to be on this highway for about another 192 before we start going around the St. Louis area, according to the GPS, if it is readable from the phone. So far, so good. Coolant and oil is staying where it's supposed to. We are down halfway through the 3/4 to halfway mark, so 2 of the 4 bricks are used up. Turns out I'm actually doing better than my partner who is in the chase vehicle behind me on range. So he may be doing a little bit better in fuel economy than me, but I've got a lot bigger tank. And to be fair, this car is doing surprisingly well on fuel. I mean, there's been times this thing has been teasing, 30 miles, playing in the 30 mile per gallon range on the instant economy. So, hey, not bad in that regard. I'm pleasantly surprised. But at any rate, we're going to keep motivating on down the road and get ourselves towards an eventual fuel stop here, probably also for our bellies as well. So at any rate, talk at you down the road. Everybody, Wolfie here. Just give a little update. We had our first little fuel stop, so we have a gas gauge full of bricks again. My partner who's chasing behind me, he's got a smaller tank, so I'm actually able to outrange him. So I fill when he fills. Right, things are still going pretty okay. I did have the car's computer tell me that the AC system is going to have to be serviced soon because the refrigerant is low. So we'll tack that onto a little to-do list for this car, get that taken care of. I guess part of some of the little things that you get to figure that you get to take care of when you buy the cheapest Allante in the country. But, other than that, mechanically, we're still holding through. Checked oil on the fuel stop. We haven't used any measurable amount. Pressure stays good, coolant stays good, right at the half point on the gauge. So I'm enjoying the AC while I can. I hope it lasts all day. If not, it's going to become a bit warmer of a drive because we're still looking at near 80 pretty much on the drive home. At any rate, we'll concentrate on getting down the road. We are most of the way through Missouri, 74 miles to the 270 cutoff to go around St. Louis. We're making some pretty decent time. We'll be expected to be home probably around midnight or so. That's what we're kind of expecting. So at any rate, ooh, that's a cool looking old bus. But at any rate, we are getting on down the road, and we will talk to you later. Well, everybody, Wolfie here. We have just entered into the state of Illinois. We continue to do really good here. The car continues to perform admirably. And we are down to 536 miles left of our trek home, nearing the halfway point. So far so good. Things keep plugging along. We will keep moving eastward and give you an update later. Greetings, everybody. Wolfie here. Just another little quick update. We just got out of a construction zone east of Effingham, Illinois. You can tell by the sign we're about 105 miles through the state already. We're coming up maybe about 2-ish hours away from Indiana. We're doing really good today. Just everything is still working as it should. The coolant and oil pressure are sitting in the midpoint, just like we want them to do. And the car is still continuing to really perform really well. I did get a we need to service the AC in this thing soon message in the driver information center that is currently showing my fuel economy. But we'll deal with that when we get there. Right now, still blowing cold, so I'm not going to worry. So far, the old Caddy is continuing to perform admirably. I'm knocking on wood that it keeps doing that. We are basically beyond the halfway point home now. So far so good. I'm very pleased with our purchase thus far. It needs a few things, some easier to do than others. But I'm happy. This was my little reward to myself for completing a long series of goals that were very important, you know, for career-wise. So I'm enjoying my my greedy little car. Get this top working, and then hopefully have some top-down pictures in this thing at some time. So at any rate, we will see you on down the road. Well, update time. As you can see, we are at a total stop. Don't know why, but nobody's seems to be going much of anywhere right now. We are just inside of Indiana. I think just east of Terre Haute. So I guess this is inevitability, traveling during the week, during the day, and with almost all of Indiana's interstate under construction. So we sit and we see what this does. Oh, it looks like so far the car is going to be cooperative with the temp. I saw the 1 bar pickup immediately go away. On that note, everything is operating. It still continues to perform admirably. I'm pleased. So hopefully whatever's got everything stopped starts moving here in a hot minute, because it'd be nice to get moving. At any rate, we'll talk at you later. Greetings everybody, Wolfie here. As you can see, the sun has gone back down. We're looking at about 8 o'clock at night. Just finished having a nice leisurely sit down dinner, our last dinner for this little trip. We're looking at being home around midnight. You know, give or take a little bit here. So far it's been pretty good. Did have one head scratcher here. We were rolling through a detour. We were detouring around an accident in a construction zone. This for a second did the kind of where the throttle acted like it was stuck or something for a hot minute. A little bit spooky, but then it settled right down. Don't know why. I have to look and see if it's a cable driven or not. I'm not 100% certain on these engines. If so, we'll give it a clean up and make sure that there's nothing there that's getting sticky that needs to be addressed. Other than that, it's doing good. This vehicle has behaved itself beautifully. It's not overheated, or pressure stayed good. Getting higher than expected fuel economy, especially given the high-speed nature of the trip. I mean, for us, high speed is we're following the posted speed limits, and instead of doing capped and slow, we're not going over them in any way, shape, or form. But with that, we're just a few miles away from the Ohio line. We're going to get this trip busted home, and we'll give you a couple more updates between here and there. We'll talk at you later. Bye. Greetings, everybody. Wolfie here. We are on the I-270 loop around the city of Columbus, Ohio. We are doing the run into the home. We're going to attempt it on the remaining fuel. Showing 127 miles to destination. Everything continues to run as expected. And we come to believe that night driving is better than day driving by a long shot. But at any rate, just that much less traffic to deal with. But so far, everything is going along quite well. Sorry for the rambling nature of it. We're both kind of tired. It's been a long day. It'll be 963 miles non-stop and an unknown. You know, except stopping for fuel and eating the obvious. The car has done well. continues to do well. Like I said, in the one little glitch we had in Indiana that we'll be just kind of checking stuff over once we get home. Been definitely an adventurous little drive home. This is not how we normally drive. We are right lane people by force of habit. We like to sit there, run slow, let all the world go around us. So these high-speed runs like this, and by high speed we're following the speed limits, not what other people think where 20 over is considered acceptable. We don't do that. But we really much prefer our normal, slow and easy way of driving. But the hole in time off to be able to pull this off was very limited, so we elected to do a push. Almost there, and we'll give you another update when we get closer. That is all. Well, everybody, we made it. We are sore, we are tired, it's been a long day. And road constructions and detours abounded. But the vehicle made it. It did not give us any untoward issues outside of the one throttle stick glitch. Like I said, we'll look into that and just make sure something just isn't needing a little bit of TLC in the grease department. But we're home, we filled it up, and we are going to pull into the driveway, unload the chase car,
turn left
and
onto
we are
Malaysia
going
Road. Then your
to
destination
bed.
will be on the left.
Been a good trip. We don't like doing them this way. We like taking it easy. So at any rate, we will see everybody on the next round of videos.